All right, this is a 1969 Honda 750. The model is the K model. A lot of people call them K0s because the models that followed the 750K were the K1, the K2, and K3. This particular K model Honda is a Sandcast 750. And what the expression Sandcast means is the very first Honda 750s that were produced, the engine case, the engine block, was poured from a bucket of molten metal into a mold of sand. The later 750s were die injected, where a metal under high pressure was forced into a mold to create it. The easiest way to spot a K0 750 is the fins on the side covers. So the K model 750, which was the 69 and 70 750, had openings, fins on the side covers. It's the only one of the 750s that had that. The later 750, the K1 750, looks very similar, but it does not have the fins on the side covers. The Sandcast 750 has many unique features about it. About 90 different features between the regular 750 and the very early model Sandcast. One of the most obvious is this duckbill on the back of the seat. You can see the gauges are a little bit different, but the back of the gauges is a lot different. One of the things on the gas tank is the Sandcast had what's called a wrinkled gas tank. And if you look at the inside of the gas tank, the bottom surface of the gas tank was formed in a manner that left wrinkles in the metal. The later gas tanks, the non-Sandcast, did not have that. The kill switch is black. That's unique to the Sandcast 750s. The later ones were red. This is called a dog dish cap on the master cylinder cover. The later ones were smooth. The mirrors were these clamp-on style mirrors that were adjustable, and the thickness of the stem was unique to the 750. The front fender has a cut edge as opposed to a rolled edge like the side. That was unique to the 750 Sandcast. The master cylinder, or the brake caliper, was a little bit different. This fin in the middle here is shaped different on the Sandcast 750s. Now, many of the Sandcast 750s have an oil filter cover, that does not have fins. They were smooth. This is a very late model Sandcast. This was produced towards the very end of the Sandcast model, and it did come with a finned oil filter cover. The exhaust system is an HM300 model exhaust. However, the part number is not stamped in the exhaust pipe. Normal HM300 pipes had the part number stamped in them. The Sandcast 750s have 4 individual throttle cables, one to each of the 4 carburetors. The other feature that's unique is the airbox is smooth, and it's painted the same color as the body. The later model 750s had a airbox that had vertical fins in it, and they were painted black. They weren't painted body color. Some of the things that you cannot see is that the tail light is attached with 2 bolts on the Sandcast, and the regular production 750 had 3 bolts holding the tail light on. The seat has this duckbill on the back, but one of the other features is the red foam, and the number of holes in the seat pan was unique to the 750. This has the original red foam in it as it came from the factory. The exhaust heat shields were painted silver. They were painted this gray color. They were not chrome as the other ones, and the chain guard was shorter. After the Sandcast, the chain guard extended further to keep the oil from flinging up onto the back of the fender and the back of the rider's jacket or shirt. The gauges are slightly different. You can see on the back of the gauges here, this is a rough cast finish, and that was only unique to the Sandcast 750. That's just a few of the items that make the Sandcast 750 unique from the other Honda 750s. One of the other things that's easily spottable is the clutch cover is held on by 9 screws. On the non-Sandcast 750, there's 10 screws around the perimeter of the clutch cover. And that's one way that you can spot the Sandcast engine pretty easily. The rear bracket here that holds the shock absorber, it's a welded gusset to the frame. That's a little bit different on the Sandcast than it is on the normal production 750. There's some internal engine differences that make the Sandcast unique. And on the exterior, they're the easiest things to spot, although I'm sure there's a few items that I'm missing right now, but that's the bulk of the exterior features of a Sandcast that are easy to spot from a regular 750. All of these switch housings here are kind of a little bit unique to the 750. These originally, the master cylinder here, the light switch housing, this light housing, switch housing, were anodized dark, and you can see here this is the original anodized color, but this plastic rubber cover has shielded this from the sunlight. These have faded in the sunlight, but this is the original gear that belongs on this bike. There is a unique feature in somewhere in the light switch. There's an on or off that's not on this Sandcast 750. I'm not sure of that feature. One of the features also is many of the fasteners on the bike. Here's the easiest way to see it. The head has a number 8 stamped on the bolt. That's kind of a Sandcast feature. And the shape of the number 8 is different than the later fasteners. The later fasteners, the top and the bottom circle of the 8 are equal in size, whereas on these number 8 fasteners, the bottom of the 8 has a bigger circle.